Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers here out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. This is YAHAWAH. All right, and first and foremost, we want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that pushing out the truth and sincerity. All right, now this is a quick lesson. All right, and this is going to be entitled, Jake is Too Forgiving. All right, now you had this situation with Amber Geiger. All right, you had her. She just got charged with 10 years imprisonment. Okay, for shooting this guy Botham, however you pronounce it, Botham Jean. All right, in his apartment. Okay, now you know you had a clip. All right, where this the guy that got murdered, his brother, okay, his brother was very forgiving of the Edomite cop, the Edomite female cop that shot him down, okay, and you know, this is just an example of how Jake is too forgiving in certain situations because they use Christianity to say, oh, when the enemy kills somebody, you know, or you know, when the enemy basically takes down a Jake, you're supposed to forgive. They like God forgives, like God just forgives everything, and that's not the case. All right, the Most High is very forgiving, but who is He forgiving to? His people. Okay, He's not forgiving to the heathen. All right, so you know, we'll go ahead and play the clip first, and then we'll get some precepts. So play the clip so you brothers know what we're talking about. Hopefully the sound is up.
I don't want to say twice or for the 100th time what you've or how much you've taken from us. I think you know that. But I hope you go to God with all the guilt, all the bad things you may have done in the past. Each and every one of us may have done something that we're not supposed to do. If you truly are sorry, I know I can speak for myself. I forgive you. And I know if you go out and ask Him, He will forgive you.
Which, let's pause right there, because that's wrong. All right, that's incorrect because, like we just said, the Heavenly Father and His Son, they don't forgive actions of the heathens. All right, He's only forgiving towards His people. All right, you know, because you know, the transgressions, which sin is transgression of the law. All right, so the Lord, He only serves His people. Okay, not the heathens. All right, so when the heathens basically do us wrong. All right. Matter of fact, can you get 2 Thessalonians 1:6? Yeah. 2nd or 1st Thessalonians.
Yeah, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah. So there it is. Whose side is the Lord on? The Lord is on the side of the Israelites, okay? Because, you know, the Lord basically gave us a green light to recompense those that trouble us. And this is the spirit we're supposed to be in. Recompense, okay? And the only way to recompensate for like this guy, he had his brother killed. The only way to recompensate for that is for Amber Geiger to be killed.
Right.
You know?
I got you.
Come on.
This is Numbers 35 and 16. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Yeah. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Okay. You know, because there's a difference between killing and murder. Killing is a righteous. Killing can be a righteous act. Okay, or else, well, yeah, it can be a righteous act because it's ordained by the Most High. Okay, when the Lord basically ordains, He says, "Go in this country and kill all." That's a righteous thing. Okay, and that's being obedient to the Heavenly Father because He told us, He gave us orders to go do that. Now, murder is when the Most High did not order you to go do that. All right, that's when basically you have a vendetta, okay, to go take someone out. All right, and that applies to heathen on Jake crime, and that also applies to Jake on Jake crime. You know,
Go to Exodus 20, where it gives you the 10 Commandments. It says, "Thou shalt not kill," but when you look at that word, it means "Thou shalt not murder."
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what the scriptures are talking about, man. And there's laws in the Bible because America says they're a God-fearing country. They probably had this woman swear in the Bible. Right? They probably had the
Blue, what's that? Oath, what's that? Blue Wall Oath Act? I can't remember.
yeah, they probably had swear in the Bible and many more types of oaths. And they say it's a God-fearing country. But if you're a God-fearing country, you would go by scriptures, 2 Thessalonians and Numbers 35. Because, clearly, Esau, he doesn't believe in the Bible. See, first of all, this guy, you black, so-called black and Latino Christians, you don't understand the white man. He doesn't believe in the Bible. He's just giving you his interpretation of the Bible, like servants obey your masters. Okay, he's falsely interpreting the Bible. So you think that he's your neighbor when he's not your neighbor. He's your enemy.
Yep.
So automatically you think that if one of the other 17 nations outside the nation of Israel does something to you, that they're your neighbor. No, your neighbor's just talking about your fellow Israelites. This book is for the Israelites.
Yep. I got that. Were you done on that?
Yeah.
I got this in Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Okay? So there, contrary to what you Christians believe, you do have an enemy. Okay? Your enemy is the so-called white man. Okay? Which, if you can't see that by now, you're totally lost. You're really bugged the hell out, or you're in serious denial. Okay? Because time and time again was shown, matter of fact, let me get this, Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because time and time again was shown that the so-called white man has a hatred towards you people. Yeah.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. So, the so-called white man, he took our captivity too far. Okay? All right? So, of course, we know that the Lord put us in the hands of the so-called white man as our oppressor, but Esau took it way too fucking far. Okay? He did all types of atrocities to our people, all right, in which he's going to have to pay. All right? And this is another example of another so-called white woman, all right, or so-called white person in general, slaying another Israelite.
Yeah, because Jake has a short-term memory. Jake can only remember the 90s and 2000 and 2010. Okay, they don't
When
remember.
racism
Yeah,
was was not when racism was gone.
Yeah, like back when you had George Clinton playing the saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show, you Negroes thought he was with y'all, but he locked up more so-called Negroes than any other president in the history of the United States. But you don't forget about, you don't remember, what's old boy's name, man, that got hung for whistling, so-called whistling.
Oh, Emmett Till.
Emmett Till. Mm-hmm. You don't remember the countless Negroes who got hung over a white bitch, okay?
Yep.
You know, you don't remember that.
But they'll remember 9/11.
Yeah.
They'll remember what's that? The Holocaust.
Yeah, the Holocaust. Well, it had nothing to do with you Jakes, man. That was a fabrication of the so-called Jew. But you try to tell Jake about even in your own state, like if you live in Alabama or Georgia, Mississippi, or hell, even California, Texas, there's countless of stories of how the so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian, all the way down to the so-called Mexican got hung. And many a times it was for trying to talk to a white woman, or the white woman she had a thing going for the so-called Israelite bride, for the black bride, so to speak.
And then she got caught.
Yeah.
Then she got caught dealing with a Jake, and she tried to basically, blame him for rape, pin rape on him. And we see that all the time amongst these ball players.
Yeah.
They'll get with a white chick. And of course, she's enjoying it. But then, the chick, for whatever reason, maybe, someone found out about it. Now she wants to say it's rape. Okay. So let's get you got something?
Yeah, that was Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, and if you've been keeping up with this trial, all right, this bitch is lying, man. She's straight up lying, because first she said that, she mistakenly thought it was her apartment, which that came out to basically be a lie, because basically her key card, was her access was denied on the key card, and then you had a witness that actually said she was saying open the door or whatever, so that was a lie, because if it was your own place, you would be able to get in, so it says the wicked are estranged from the womb, all right, because that's their nature, so-called white people's nature. This chick, Amber Geiger, she basically tried to switch up her tune as soon as she realized she wasn't going to be, she was going to be reprimanded. Because that's all it is. All these Edomites, if they can get off with their wickedness, if they can get off, they're going to lie. If they know they can get off, they're going to lie their ass off. But as soon as they realize that they're caught, that's when they change their tune. And basically, I mean, they still lie. They still got to lie because they're already in the hole. But, then they'll try to, be remorseful, be all remorseful and cry and shit as soon as they're caught. But had her not, if she was never caught for that, she would have just lived her life on and probably been bragging about killing them.
Yeah, you got to think about how if that was a reverse situation where a so-called black man killed a white woman. There wouldn't be no Edomite talking about I forgive you. They're gonna be like, hang that nigga and give him football numbers, man.
Yep. And he's doing double life.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know what the hell double life is. Double and triple life. But this is just an example of how this justice system is corrupt, which we know. Even regular Jake could see that. You don't have to be spiritual to see that this justice system and this criminal system is favored. Okay? All right? And it's favored in the sense, it's favored towards so-called white men, so-called white people. All right? Because she just got basically 10 years. Shit. She could serve that 10 years. How old is the chick? Probably 30, in her 30s. She could serve her little 10 years, get out when she's 40, get out when she's, in her 40s, and live the rest of her life good. Because, she's probably going to have all type of people giving her money and shit.
Especially Negroes.
Mm-hmm. People gonna be giving her money. Like a lot of these Edomites, like Zimmerman, they were getting donations and shit like that after the killing. So 10 years from now, we don't see this place going on another 10 years, but just hypothetically speaking, 10 years from now she'll get out and she'll basically be okay.
Based on the reaction of the brother, who was saying they're talking about we forgive you, they're probably gonna give her a shorter sentence, man. She probably, like I said, we don't bet on being another 10 years. What would they give her based on good behavior? They reduce that sentence.
Probably five. Probably 5.
That's 5 years, man.
Cause see, the thing is, another thing, you're right, because they're looking at his reaction, and they're like, oh man, he's forgiving, so we'll lighten up, But that goes to show this whole justice system is emotional as hell. Why the hell is a jury deciding? You got a jury of however many people, deciding the verdict. Okay, making the judgment. If the judge is such a good judge, then why the hell do you need a jury? The judge is supposed to be able to assess the situation, look at both sides, and make a proper judgment. All right, not no 10 years, because you're comparing a life, and that's what a lot of Jakes were saying. I think the guys, I can't remember who was speaking, but this one Jake, I guess he's the relative of Botham or whatever. They're basically saying, what is 10 years in comparison with someone's life?
But then they'll give Jake 20, 30 years for marijuana. We don't advocate smoking marijuana with that.
Mm-hmm.
But these states are starting to legalize marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake is still in the pen doing 10, 20, 30, 40 years for some goddamn marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
But this damn devil then shot down a man, and she's getting 10 years. And as we speculate, she's gonna get lesser years, man. That goes into that scripture where it talks about woe unto them that declare unrighteous decrees.
Yep.
Because that's what America promotes. Like, you Negroes have been in America too long, and basically you just pacified here in America as far as a judicial system.
I got it.
And you got it.
Yeah, well, I got something for you. It's like I didn't mean to cut you off. It's Proverbs 11 and 21 going on how Jake is pacified. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Yeah, so though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So even though you Negroes, you're pacified and you like to take the side of the so-called white people. Okay, you like to sympathize. All right, you like to basically sympathize, and because you believe that's the right thing to do, and that goes to show Jake is my people. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You're so lost in this Christianity that you don't know better. That damn, you know what? Really, this is supposed to be retribution.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to forgive this woman, but these people believe that they truly believe in their heart that the Lord is forgiving of a heathen killing a so-called black person.
Yeah, and then it's like Jake has been so, the Martin Luther King stronghold has been so drawn into our people.
Mm-hmm. Turn the other cheek.
Here it is, you've been getting sprayed by water hoses, bitten by dogs. The 4 girls in Birmingham, Alabama, the church got blown up. The Ku Klux Klan lynching Negroes in all 12 tribes of Israel, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And then it's like you still have that we shall overcome spirit, turn the other cheek. you still believe in that Martin Luther King speech that he gave at the Washington Mall. And that stronghold is still being put out because every year they have a Martin Luther King Day, especially here in Atlanta, man. So that whole vibration is being put on to Jake. And that's really witchcraft because if you, like the brother was saying, if you really got into these scriptures, you would see that there's righteous retribution for the wicked, aka Esau, the so-called white man. Yep. But our people are so they first of all, our people don't read scriptures like Deuteronomy 7 and 6, but talks about we are holy people. We're above these other nations.
Yep.
But our people in America, they don't see that this is a prison sentence. So they start to think that we can be equal with this
Yeah, they're integrated.
Yeah.
They're totally integrated with the system. They're Hellenized.
Yeah.
Our people are totally Hellenized with the system, so they don't really see an issue with, they're under this presumption that all men are created equal. We're all human. We're all human. Amber Geiger, she made a mistake. And as a Christian, I'll forgive her. But little do you know, this chick is your enemy, man. And like I said, had she not got caught, she wouldn't have cried one tear for that nigga, man. Right. That's just the truth. And guess what? Had she not got caught, she probably would have done it again.
Yeah. Exactly.
And more than likely, she probably ran to the nigga's apartment because I think they said he liked to sing or whatever. He was probably making a lot of noise. Ain't no telling why she, killed him. But she probably couldn't stand the nigga, man. We all know how. We all know that I guess tension that neighbors have amongst each other. And it's just an irony that the dude lives right directly a floor above her.
I got some.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 10:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Yeah. Yeah. Why is he a homeborn slave? Yeah, because that's a real slave mentality. Master is always right. You can't come up against the oppressor. Don't come up against. No, you gotta forgive. Here it is, the so-called white man. He takes advantage of you niggas because he knows you're forgiving.
Yeah.
He knows that, oh yeah, man, he's a Christian, man. They're gonna forgive us and they're gonna move on. But guess what? That gives him a pass to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. That's why the name of this lesson is Jake is too forgiving, too nice.
Yeah.
You're too nice to the enemy, man. You gotta start getting in that mindset of, man, fuck this devil, man. Which a lot of Jakes are tired of it. A lot of Jakes are getting roused up, pursuing Genesis 49. Yeah. Some Jakes are getting roused up, but then you still got dudes like this, so-called Christians, that basically, are passive, man. They're not trying to. They're just basically, totally forgiving and non-confrontational as you can get.
Yeah, like guys like that, man. The scriptures talk about race wars, man. All right, that's what's coming, man. Guys like that are gonna get steamrolled in the race fights, man. All right, because they have that Stockholm syndrome. As a matter of fact, I got that definition.
Oh yeah, BAHASHAM, yeah.
This is from Wikipedia. It says Stockholm syndrome. It says Stockholm syndrome is a condition which causes hostages to develop a psychological alliance with their captive during captivity.
Yeah, psychological alliance. So no matter what, which of course, number one point, we are in captivity. Okay, because you look on the dollar bill, you see the so-called white man. So that's a clear indication that we're under the so-called white man's authority. Okay, we're under his rulership. All right, so read that part again, BAHASHAM.
It says Stockholm syndrome is a condition which causes hostages to develop a psychological alliance with their captors during captivity.
Yeah, psychological alliance with our captives, man. Or captors. All right, because Jake doesn't want to go against the. Jake is really like a Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus, or what do you call that? House nigga. Yeah. That's Stockholm syndrome is basically a house nigga mentality. No matter what Massa does, even if he kills one of my own people, he's always right. You know, I forgive him. He didn't mean to do it. So and so, so on and so forth. And how many times are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans gonna give him the pass? How many times are you gonna basically keep justifying his wickedness, man? Right? You know, here it is. He done put you in slavery. He done castrated babies. All kind of smallpox blankets to the Gadites. All types of atrocities. But yet you still haven't got it in your head to realize that this is the enemy, and to realize that, damn, we need payback. But then you got niggas talking about reparations as if that's what's gonna basically fix everything. Some fucking reparations. Okay, yeah, the so-called white man gives you reparations. Let's say he gives every black person in America, $100,000. Whose fucking face is on that money? Then you gonna spend it and go right back and put it right back into the white so-called white man's hands. All right. So let's see. I got something. Got kind of yeah.
This is Jeremiah 10:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. And you see that with Jake, man. Jake is just cooning on an all-time level. And best believe this probably won't be the only instance of Jake cooning.
Yep.
Because once again they have that Christianity mentality. And Christianity started from slavery, man. Where they had the Edomites sit in the back of the church, overseeing Negroes. But then he got too tired to watch over them, so he put a simple Negro to watch over you. That's what you get with Christian church in 2019.
Yep.
So these Christian churches, they're plugging you to love your enemy, even though, or to forgive your neighbor, even though they can't distinguish who the neighbor is. The neighbor is the Israelites, man.
Yep.
So our people are just totally out of shape.
Yep.
As far as these social issues go, they're mentally gone. The scripture talk about Jake being revolted and gone. So they don't know about justice for their enemies.
Yep.
They don't go into the history of King David. Okay, King David had a lot of enemies. King David wasn't lovey-dovey with the Edomites and the Philistines, which in today's modern standards are the so-called Africans. Mm-hmm. Our people don't go into the history, and they don't even go into the Messiah, man. How YAHAWASHI, he was basically pitted against the Roman Empire, man. The Roman Empire put him to death along with 2/3 of our people. And those same two-thirds back in YAHAWASHI's time were the ones in Matthew 27 that said, let the blood be upon us and our children. That's why you get these coon Negroes in 2019. That's why you get these buck dancing, shoe shining Negroes who want to forgive the white man.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, so that's just Jake in a nutshell. Oh, was that it on that?
Yes.
Okay. Let's finish out this video and then we'll probably close up. I got one more precept too.
And I don't think anyone could say it. Again, I'm speaking for myself, not even behalf of my family. But I love you just like anyone else. And I'm not gonna say I hope you rot and die just like my brother did, but I personally want the best for you. And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you. Because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ. I'm not gonna say anything else. I think giving your life to Christ would be the best thing that both of them would want you to do. Again, I love you as a person, and I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please? Yes.
Yeah, Jake is fucking gone, man. This is the result of beta male um, passiveness, man. No type of this guy got a fucking floral print suit shirt, you know, and no type of sternness about himself, man. Like, nah, man, fuck that, man. You killed my brother, you know. That's how you should be towards a heathen, man. That's how you're supposed to be, man. I ain't forgiving this bitch, man, because that's something you'll never be able to live down. That's something you know, especially if she's a heathen, man. You should want blood, all right. So and then you got the judge crying. Another thing I wanted to point out, you got the judge right here crying and shit, and then you got another clip. You got the judge hugging the murderer. Yeah. Now let this have been a Jake, man. Yeah, right. Let this have been an Israelite. They would have thrown him under the fucking jail, man. Let it be the other way around. You ain't getting no hugs. You ain't getting no apologies. You ain't getting none of that shit, man. But Jake is too forgiving, man. You know, like this guy said. What do you say? Oh, another thing I wanted to point out too. I don't know if this means anything, but if you zoom in real close, what pendant is this guy wearing? It looks like a pyramid to me. A pyramid on a flag. If you look closely, it looks like he's got an arrow at the top of a pyramid. Now, I don't know.
It's like an all CNI.
It looks like an all CNI. Like I said, I don't know, what, maybe it's a country flag that we don't know of. You know, I don't want to speculate too much, but that's just something I noticed. And you know, probably the conspiracy theorists gonna be all over that, you know, but that's just something I noticed. So I don't know, you know, maybe he could have been set up to say that,
Yeah.
you know.
Because at the end of the day, it's a whole narrative with this damn devil, man. He's pushing out that energy that how many times this damn devil kills Israel. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to forgive him. Now that's being pushed out on YouTube. That shit's going viral, man.
Yep.
Now these simple ass jakes is boo-hooing and crying and like, you killed us, man. You forgive him. That's that whole that shit happened with that white boy that went up in that church in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah. They forgave him.
Yeah, back in 2015, they forgave him. So you don't know if this is something set up by Esau. I mean, the events actually happened, but you don't know if Esau is just putting people in position to say, read a script, basically. You know, the script say, be not ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
Yep. So we'll close on this Revelations classic. This is Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And this is I keep going. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now this is the mindset that our people are supposed to have. All right? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Okay? That's proper justice. Okay? If she killed, I don't care if it was, a so-called mistake, like she said. You don't kill someone by mistake. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. You don't kill someone by mistake. You know, it was a hate crime. You know, I believe that's just my opinion on it. Is the hate crime here, you know. So you know, we'll close on that unless you had anything else you want to grab.
No, I didn't have anything on that, man. I go to Jeremiah 30:16.
Come on.
Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Yeah, that's gonna happen very soon, man. All right, and this, like I said, this is the mindset that we're supposed to have: is payback, man. Not forgiving, not you know, you know, turning the other cheek and all this and all that, man. You know, we got to be in the mindset to get ready to take this devil out, man.
Right?
You know,
Yeah,
after the Lord gives us the green light.
yeah, because the scriptures prophesy of us ruling. If you go to Micah chapter 4, if you go to Isaiah, the second chapter, the government of the God of Jacob is going to be established. When you go to Revelation, the second chapter, it talks about we will rule over our oppressors with a rod of iron. So Jake got to get in that king-like mentality of ruling over these people, man.
Yep.
Because the world to come is going to be for us, man.
That's right.
So you got to get out of that forgiving your oppressor, because your oppressor starting with Esau eating the so-called white man. He's about to do 1,000 years of hardcore bondage.
Yep.
And you can't be in that mind state. Well, if you're in that mind state right now, you're going to get devoured by the fire, which is come to hit America, man.
Yep. Like you said, Jake's like this, they're gonna get mowed over.
Right.
All right, because he's gonna be, he's probably gonna, you know, be forgiving and you know, he's probably gonna get killed by a so-called Edomite. That's the judgment that I see happening to him.
Right.
You know, more than likely not. You know, more than likely that's probably gonna be his judgment. Now, of course, it's up to the Most High. I speak as a man, but yeah. So anyway, we'll close on that. Giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Lord, when you were edified. Shalom.
So,